Mystery death of a young man in Baltimore police custody. The autopsy on this 25-year-old is now complete. The names of the officers involved in his arrest released. But more information has not led, though, to any more clarity as far as how this 25-year-old suspect, Freddie Gray, broke his neck after Baltimore police arrested him. This is back on April 12th. He died a week later. Now, as we mentioned a second ago, the department has suspended these 6 officers with pay. They've released their names, their ages, how long they've been on the force, but officials didn't specify on the reasons why. However, the mayor of Baltimore did tell CNN this.
We know that he asked for medical attention. We know that that medical attention was not immediately requested for him. We know that was a mistake.
That conclusion based on the fact that Gray asked for medical help more than once while being transported in a van. In fact, city and police officials revealed Gray requested his inhaler, his asthma inhaler, at the same time officers called for the van. They also disclosed that Gray was put in leg restraints, but officials say they do not know how or when Gray's spinal cord was severed. And what's more, Gray's autopsy revealed his spinal injury was the only trauma to his body.
There was no physical bodily injury that we saw, nor was it evident in the autopsy of Mr. Gray. None of his limbs were broken.
CNN has affiliate WJZ has obtained amateur video that provides a new, closer angle to Gray's arrest. Warning, the video is tough to watch.
Shorty, that was after they tased out of him like that. Man, I've been recording. I've been recording it. I've been recording it. What car they come out of, yo?
He on a bike, yo, right there. Him right there. He on a bike.
I got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, yo.
Get his badge, man. His chump badge.
After they did tase yo like that, you wonder why he can't use his legs. Yeah, I sure will. I sure will. I sure.
I stand behind the truth. People can interpret anything they want based on one piece of evidence, and I can tell you, I suspect they will based on the video footage. But what I say is you have to put all pieces together. We interviewed a lot of people. We've interviewed all of our officers involved, and the consistent themes were the facts. And that's what I stand behind.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Jesse Waters reporting live. And there you have it. Charlotte Police Chief Kerr Putney has reversed course and released dash cam and body cam video of Tuesday's shooting of Keith Lamont Scott. We're about to show you the body cam video, but we must warn you, it is very disturbing. Police had previously said Scott had a loaded gun with his DNA and fingerprints found on it. But as you can see from this newly released video, it is very difficult to discern whether or not there really is a gun on the ground. Let's listen in.
Legacy grip in his hand. Grip in his hand. Back up. I got right gun. Back up. Back up. You on? Huh? I don't know. Hey, somebody get my bag and start getting some equipment.
We've also just received the dash cam video. Take a look at this.
P2537, you took one of that stuff. And one thing. There's nothing disturbance for shoe wax, correction black, no wax, parking lot, 8700 Champion, most of our guys. We're on third party, black, no Friday. Everybody's here, 4-door black, vehicle. He was still there getting more probably. Third party, so got everything.
Cop camera footage, public record or police property? By Miranda S. Spivak / December 21, 2016. It took more than a year for Chicago police, under pressure from the media and the public, to release video footage of the 2014 shooting that left Laquan McDonald dead, 16 bullets in his body. When a judge finally insisted the video be released, it cast major doubt on the police department's version of events. State Secrets. The State Secrets Project is a joint effort by Reveal from the Center for Investigative Reporting and the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. As witnesses and family members had maintained all along, the video showed that McDonald hadn't lunged at police with a knife. He did have a knife and had slashed a tire on the police cruiser, but then began walking away. In the video, which was from a police dashboard camera, it looked as though the 17-year-old had been gunned down without provocation. Officer Jason Van Dyke has been charged with first-degree murder. The long delay in the video's public release points to a broader question that has vexed many police departments, civil liberties advocates and elected officials. Under what circumstances should footage from police body and dashboard cameras be made public, and how much? The question has become more pressing with the Obama administration's award of more than $41 million in the past 2 years to help law enforcement agencies buy body cameras for officers. The purpose, outgoing Attorney General Loretta Lynch has said, is to build upon efforts to mend a fabric of trust, respect and common purpose that all communities need to thrive. But the grant money came with little guidance about how localities should handle the resulting requests for the public release of hundreds of hours of video footage. Are these ordinary public records that would be disclosed under most state public records laws? How do agencies protect private information, such as bystanders' identities, that in documents might be blacked out? After more than a year of media and public pressure, the Chicago Police Department released dashboard camera footage showing that Laquan McDonald, 17, wasn't lunging at officers before he was fatally shot in October 2014. After more than a year of media and public pressure, the Chicago Police Department released dashboard camera footage showing that Laquan McDonald, 17, wasn't lunging at officers before he was fatally shot in October 2014. Credit: Chicago Police Department via AP file. More than 60 jurisdictions in over half the states and the District of Columbia have adopted body cameras, but many almost immediately restricted public access to the footage. The types of limits range widely, but some states, including Kansas, Missouri, North Carolina and South Carolina, make it nearly impossible to release footage. Florida has enacted restrictions that give wide leeway to law enforcement agencies to withhold footage from the public, saying videos shot in private settings or those in which the subject has a reasonable expectation of privacy can be exempted from public disclosure. Other states are trying to craft similar exemptions. This is an area that is difficult, said Rachel Levinson-Waldman, senior counsel at the Brennan Center for Justice at the New York University School of Law, which is tracking police body camera use. It raises knotty questions about the tensions between privacy and the values of public disclosure. In Baltimore, which is in the process of outfitting about 1,400 officers with body cameras, officials hope the devices will help explain police actions more clearly, even as the city has been roiled by an incident that was only partially caught on camera. It was a civilian with a cell phone who shot video of police loading 25-year-old Freddie Gray into the back of a police van in April 2015. Gray later died of injuries while in police custody, prompting a series of failed prosecutions and citywide protests. The pressure to place body cameras on law enforcement officers grew in part from the proliferation of civilian videos from smartphones documenting police conduct up close and in real time. Civil liberties advocates say police abuse exposed by such videos is not new, but it had been almost impossible to document before everyone had the technology in their pockets. Camera's presence may affect behavior. Samuel DuBose is seen in police body camera footage before he was fatally shot in July 2015 by University of Cincinnati campus police officer Ray Tensing after a confrontation over DuBose's refusal to provide a driver's license or get out of his car for a missing front license plate. The Ohio Supreme Court scheduled a hearing about media requests for the body camera video nearly a year later. Samuel DuBose is seen in police body camera footage before he was fatally shot in July 2015 by University of Cincinnati campus police officer Ray Tensing after a confrontation over DuBose's refusal to provide a driver's license or get out of his car for a missing front license plate. The Ohio Supreme Court scheduled a hearing about media requests for the body camera video nearly a year later. Credit: University of Cincinnati campus police via AP. Police body and dashboard cameras provide additional proof of abuse, overcoming ambiguities common in police-civilian disputes. The videos also can be useful to police, who can use them to prove that accusations against them are untrue, and, perhaps more significantly, as investigative tools. And in theory, though still largely undocumented, the threat that video footage could be made public can affect, and possibly improve, both police and civilian behavior. A study conducted over 12 months in 2012 and 2013 by the Rialto, California, police chief found that when police and civilians know they are being filmed, everyone behaves more calmly, and use of force is less common. A 2015 survey of the state of research on body cameras' impact on behavior and public disclosure of footage, by the Center for Evidence-Based Crime Policy at George Mason University in Virginia, suggests that much more information is needed to measure the effectiveness of body-worn cameras and public disclosure. That survey concluded, the need for more research in this area is paramount, as the adoption of body-worn cameras will likely have important implications for police-citizen interactions, police management and budgets, safety and security, citizen privacy, citizen reporting and cooperation with police, and practices in the courts. Still, one thing is certain, the body camera clipped to an officer's clothing has vastly improved the quality and clarity of police videos. While many departments have had dashboard cameras for several years, the body camera, usually pointed at the person with whom the officer is interacting, provides clearer images, more close-ups and better audio. Yet it's unclear whether the Obama administration's professed goal of using these cameras to provide greater transparency and police accountability will be realized. The incoming administration of President-elect Donald Trump and his Attorney General nominee, U.S. Senator Jeff Sessions, RLA, have staked out a distinctly pro-police platform with local control preferred over federal involvement, leaving it likely that decisions about publicly releasing body camera footage will be made by state legislatures, city councils, county officials, police chiefs and sheriffs. During the campaign, Trump filled out a questionnaire from the Fraternal Order of Police. He was asked specifically about body cameras and whether his administration would guarantee that footage would not be used to discredit officers' privacy or reputations, particularly during contract negotiations with police unions. Trump answered, "The federal law enforcement agencies that will be using body-worn cameras will do so with the proper balance between good management and protection of privacy. Abuse of power is never tolerated, whether such actions are taken by individual officers in the performance of their duties or by supervisors following up on procedure and protocol." While many jurisdictions have obtained U.S. Department of Justice grant money, the New York Police Department has been a slow adopter. In 2013, after a federal judge said the 35,800 officers' use of stop and frisk was unconstitutional, the department was ordered to set up a body camera pilot program, but it still has not done so. And with restrictions on disclosure coinciding with the use of the body cameras, questions have arisen about what police will do with all the footage and whether retaining it solely for investigations meets the goals of the grants. Is it just another evidence tool for police, and not a tool for police accountability? Said Sarah Lustbader, a former public defender in the Bronx, New York. This is a contrast to what the public is expecting. Carlton T. Mayers, too, Policy Counsel for the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, said the public should be able to get data that police can cull from the videos about who is getting stopped by police, as well as where and why they are being stopped, and have that data sorted by race and gender. That way, he said, the public can assess whether there is any illegal profiling. We have been pushing to condition data collection on having it be publicly reported, he said. The data belong to the community. There is also debate over whether the body camera videos tell a complete story of what happened. What is recorded can vary greatly depending on the camera angle, lighting and sound quality, and whether an officer is narrating the video as it is recorded. In Baltimore, surveillance video from outside a liquor store near a fatal police shooting in April showed discrepancies between what police said happened and what witnesses reported to the media. One witness claimed the would-be robber, Robert Jerome Howard,